Well, welcome back to another episode of the Entrepreneur's Voice Show. I'm your host, Eric Smith. Today, we're joined by one of the most incredible, smartest minds that can help you prevent nausea, vomiting, the nasty hangover, motion sickness, seasickness, anything. If you or someone you love is struggling with these areas and just need some help, we have got the remedy for you today. I want to introduce to you my guest, Jacqueline Darna. Jacqueline, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Hello, guys, and hello, everybody out there. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Jacqueline is the founder of the Mo Nausea Wristband. We're going to learn about what this incredible piece of technology can do for you and dealing with nausea. So let's just jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and where did all these creative juices come from that made you come up with this?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I'm a mompreneur, and as an anesthetist, I saw that all of my patients seem to get very ill after surgery.
Now, hang on real quick. An anesthetist.
Yes.
For those of us that don't know, please clarify. What does that mean?
I put people to sleep for surgery every day. I also do spinals and epidurals for pregnant women so that they can ease the pain during labor, as well as different blocks to alleviate pain if you have shoulder, knee, things of that nature. So anything and everything to do with pain and or surgery, I'm somehow in the world of anesthesia. So my patients after surgery, the number one complication of surgery is actually post-operative nausea and vomiting. So what that means is that regardless of the drugs and the medications that we give, I was still seeing patients that were having horrible, terrible side effects that, in my opinion, were worse than the actual nausea itself. And then secondarily, it still wasn't fixing it and or treating it. It didn't really hit home for me until I became that patient. I am a mom of 2 beautiful children, and during the birth of my daughter, I had severe nausea and vomiting, like 88% of women during delivery and 3 days after. Nothing worked for me, and if you can imagine, I'm barking orders at everybody, telling them what to give me, and they said, we already have. There's nothing else we can do for you.
Well, let me just quickly ask you, what are some of those traditional things that most people are told to take and are given, but yet they still suffer from nausea?
Well, the most common is Zofran. Zofran only targets one receptor in the brain, and unfortunately, they are now coming out with so many terrible side effects, not just for the actual person taking it, but if you are pregnant, the fetus, it is actually considered contraindicated by the FDA just because of the fact of all the severe side effects, not just prolonging the actual heart rhythm, but as well as causing cleft palate and other things like that are just a dangerous side effects. Other things that you'll see is like Dramamine, which makes you very sleepy, or patches that are put behind the ear, such as scopolamine, which basically makes your mouth really dry and you really, really sleepy and tired. And if you're taking it when you're on a boat or on a cruise, you can't enjoy your vacation if you sleep through it.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, I personally don't deal with motion sickness. I've gone out on boats, fishing, and cruising. Yeah, it's not an issue, but yet I've been with people that do suffer from that. And you're right, when they're really, really sick, and even if they take those things, you can't enjoy the reason you spent the money to go out and watch the dolphins or collect shells or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So you were pregnant, had your baby, was still dealing with this.
Oh man, it was bad.
So what did you do that sparked this idea?
So after everything was said and done, the only thing that helped me was Eastern medicine practices. In anesthesia school, we learn about acupressure. Acupressure is basically applying pressure to specific pressure points that elicits responses or hormones from your body to help you combat different issues. That's why acupuncture and acupressure are well-known practices that have worked for hundreds of years. And the second thing so my stepmom actually brings me a plant, a peppermint plant, and I smelled the leaves. And I had known about essential oils, but I never knew how powerful it was. The fastest way to your brain is obviously through your nose. And every time I smelled those leaves, man, it just helped me. It instantly calmed my stomach. So I just put them both together into a simplistic band. When I went home, I wasn't looking at, sparking this entrepreneurial spirit. Instead, I was just looking for relief. And I looked in every country and didn't find it.
Okay, time out, real quick. You took peppermint leaves, you started smelling the leaves. A key thing she just said is the quickest way to the brain is through smell.
That's correct.
So you, all of a sudden, then you knew about the pressure.
So I combined pressure and leaves and taped them to my wrist together so I wouldn't lose the leaves.
Ingenious.
There you go.
May I try one on and see what it feels like?
Absolutely. Here.
How do you wear this?
Sure.
What are you supposed to do?
So the acupressure point that you'll find, and actually, can I borrow this one?
Sure.
Is located 3 finger distance from the first wrist crease. So 3 of your fingers, so make sure that your fingers are the same size as mine. And if you make the OK sign with this hand, you can actually pronounce your tendons.
Okay, not throwing any gang signs or anything like that.
So your tendons, and you can feel them. Yeah, literally, it's almost like a chakra. So as you place or apply the actual pressure point, this little knob goes at the P6 point, which is also called the knee 1 point, 3 finger distance up in between your first 2 tendons. And then the peppermint oil is actually infused inside of it. So you're gonna get some transdermal, your hand's gonna feel nice and cool. And that's also the reason why we're getting instant relief with headaches and migraines. So it's neat because you can smell the actual oils. The oils penetrate through to the skin. I can smell it. And it's comfortable. It's waterproof, it's easy to use, anybody can do it. And the most important thing, it's safe. So I feel comfortable giving it to my children who have severe car sickness.
You would never know that I'm wearing it.
Exactly. Even if I'm wearing this, everyone's wearing these cool new Livestrong bands these days. And so the only difference is this one's actually for a medical purpose.
So I like how you said it is safe. The essential oils are very important to our body. So you're going to naturally get that through here, and it's putting pressure. I mean, as soon as you put that pressure point, I've kind of felt something in my stomach. And it's the first time that I've ever put this on. And so that's really
it's interesting,
cool.
Right? I mean, it really is. It really works. And again, I tell everybody, I didn't invent acupressure and I didn't invent aromatherapy. I combined 2 of these amazing principles into one easy to use form. That's all I did.
How ingenious. Again, Eric Smith here, your host of the Entrepreneur's Voice Show, talking to a premier mommypreneur. Where are you located?
Tampa, Florida, and I'm proud to be in Tampa.
Tampa, Florida. So if you're in the Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete area, you definitely can get close in touch with Jacqueline and get a hold of this. But anywhere you live across the United States, you guys ship internationally your product?
That is correct. We are completely international, and we're found not just in pharmacies across the US and Canada, but we're also distributed through physicians' offices, in birthing centers, hospitals now for not just emergency rooms, but also post-operatively in plastic surgery centers, ambulatory surgical centers. We're in dive shops, airports, all that good stuff. So we are now officially international in 4 different countries of this world in the medical sector.
So this makes a great gift.
Baby showers, yeah.
Baby showers. Any of your friends that are fishermen or anything like that, cruises, friends that are about to go on a cruise, you definitely want to get them set up.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And if you're ever having a wedding on a boat, they're actually completely customizable. So you can laser engrave your wedding date and or any message or any business.
Wow. Again, we're talking to Jacqueline Darna, the founder and inventor of the No Mo Nausea band. The website?
NoMoNausea.com. Again, that's NoMo, N-O-M-O, nausea.com.
It's right there. No Mo Nausea.
No Mo, because it's much more advertising friendly than No More.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like to thank you for being a guest today and
so
sharing that technical knowledge, because it's intriguing, but it's so simple. You can smell and make it go away and put some pressure, non-invasive, and you don't have the side effects of all these bad drugs.
That is correct.
So again, if you suffer from any kind of hangover, nausea, vomiting, puking, I mean, let's just be real about it. I mean, these things really...
They affect 50% of the population. So you probably are one of them. But basically, stop nausea now with the No Mo Nausea band.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Order yours today.